6 hours. That's how much time is left for the UAW and the big three automakers to come to a deal to avoid a strike.
And we are not afraid to take action.
Automakers here in Ohio and nationwide say they are ready to hit the picket line.
We can't make our money, they don't need to make their money.
Tonight, an in-depth look at how a strike will not only impact workers, but entire communities. And the support that's out there as the countdown to the UAW's deadline rolls on. Okay, here's where things stand right now between the UAW and the big three automakers as that clock gets ever closer to midnight. Talks did continue today. General Motors did increase its wage offer to the union. The offer's up to a 20% bump in pay. The UAW is demanding 36%. Ford, which is also offering 20%, says it's still waiting for a counteroffer from the union. The last known offer from Stellantis was 17.5%, but the company has since made another offer. If no deal is reached, the UAW will announce at 10 o'clock tonight which local unions will be called on to hit the picket line at midnight. And this would be the first time the UAW would strike against all three automakers at the same time. We spoke with a local UAW president about what workers are making right now. Dan Schwartz represents about 800 UAW members at GM Parma. He told News 5 anchor Katie Houston starting temps make $16.67 an hour. Top wages, $32.37 an hour. Skilled trades make a bit more, but it can take 7 to 10 years to get to that salary.
I have members that that work in the plant that are trying to go ahead and pay their bills and put food on their table and clothes on their kids' backs and some of that can't afford a car that we make.
Salaries are similar at Ford and Stellantis. Part of the UAW's demand for a wage increase is to make up for the historic inflation we've seen since that last contract came in 2019. With a strike now possible and workers facing the possibility of living off $500 a week in strike pay, local food pantries and volunteer groups are preparing to see an increase in families needing assistance. News 5 anchor Damon Maloney tells us many stepped up during UAW strike in 2019.
It's a tough time. This is a tough contract, and everybody's got to get together on it.
Lyle Dorr has been with Ford going on 30 years. The engine assembly technician works at the plant in Brook Park. Today, he donated boxes of mac and cheese to a food pantry set up in his union hall, Local 1250. What compelled you to do that today?
This brotherhood. Union people are going to need to eat.
Lyle told me should a strike happen, he's most concerned about his colleagues with less tenure, those with young children at home. He says strike pay just doesn't cut it.
You're going to feel it. You're going to feel it. You know, bringing in a big paycheck to maybe like half, if that. You know, it's going to affect a lot of people if it comes down to it.
Audrey's Outreach Food Pantry is a 5-minute drive from the Brook Park plant.
It is such a struggle for these families, and we love to help them any way we can.
Margie J. remembers UAW's 6-week strike back in 2019.
We did have an increase of people then, and they came.
If it happens again, they're ready.
It's really hard for them because when they come, like you say, they've never used a food pantry before. I try to reassure them and tell them things are going to get better.
Each family gets enough food to last 3 to 5 days. Fresh produce.
If anything's icky, she gets rid of it.
Peppers, fruit, baked goods, all the staples, and a few extras. The pantry helps at least 200 families each and every week, and while a lot of pantries don't, they are able to offer frozen meats.
We're absolutely in contact. The same people from several years ago, we're still in contact with them, finding out what support will be needed.
Food Not Bombs supplied fresh produce, bread, and other items to union workers at Parma's metal shop in 2019. The Lake County and Eastside Cleveland chapter says it always stands with union workers, the working class, who often struggle to make ends meet.
A lot of times when workers go on strike, the corporate strategy is to starve them out, right? To force them back to work without an equitable deal. And we said we're not going to let that happen on our watch.
The help, much appreciated, as Lyle remains cautiously optimistic about a deal getting done.
I hope it doesn't last very long if it does take place.
Damon Maloney, News 5.
Now, as we've said, the impacts of a potential strike won't just be felt by those directly working for the big three. The University of Michigan did some analysis of how a strike could affect each state. After, of course, Michigan, Ohio is one of the states that could take the biggest hits. A strike on just one of the automakers would not only put the thousands of UAW workers on the picket lines out of work, but thousands of other workers in Ohio as well, leading to $10 million in personal income losses in the first week. That's a number that only grows as the weeks go by, as the number of residual workers laid off as that strike goes on as well. But the good news here is that researchers think suppliers for the big three will try to avoid layoffs as long as possible. One, because they think something called labor hoarding will be more prevalent because of the trouble companies are having hiring workers. And also because automakers may continue to pay suppliers to make parts, so they're ready to catch up on production whenever the strike does end. Cities with plants also breaking for this strike. We checked in with Parma and Brook Park earlier this week. They're both tightening their belts, hoping a deal is reached. Avon Lake is home to a Ford plant that employs nearly 1,800 people. That facility is the #1 taxpayer in the city. When Avon Lake's budget for 2023 was created, leaders were very aware of this potential UAW strike. So some money was put into reserve to help offset revenue lost from the Ford plant if production was halted. Another thing that might be helping here, since the start of the pandemic, Avon Lake's been collecting income taxes from employees who are now working from home.
So we anticipate that a little bit extra money we earned or collected last year will help us through a potential strike going for a number of weeks. But we still have to be very careful with our dollars and make sure the city services are maintained.
The mayor says Avon Lake is in stable financial shape. It can weather a strike that can go on for several months. There may be just hours left until that strike deadline, but News 5 has been covering negotiations between the UAW and the Big Three and the potential impacts for a strike for weeks. We will keep doing that, even after the clock strikes midnight, both on air and online.